So right here at Shawnee, KDC posted this saying, "This has me crying." And these DMs say, "Hey, what are you up to?" Dude responds saying, "Playing my game right now. Why? What's up?" She replies saying, "You always on that damn game. You know I need some." He says, "I need to reach Tekken God Prime." And she says, "Boy, f you."
Couldn't look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. If you play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Bud Check fam? Thank you guys for tuning in once again. It is another beautiful morning here in the FGC. And as always, we got the chapters and links down below if you guys want to skip around to a certain subject. Thank you guys for subscribing, hitting the notification, all the good stuff. We're about to get into it. So without further ado, you know what? Today we're just gonna get straight to the nitty gritty. Hope y'all having a good day because you already know it's about to get better. Let's go.
So as you could tell in the video, Nakali's doing a combo. He's keeping that motion. He's keeping that motion in the ocean. He froze, but he continues moving on with the combo. And then it leads into a super. And as remember what I told you about supers, all supers is all cinematic, majority cinematic. So they always focus on what the character's doing. So the camera is always focus center. When he's about to do that final slash, it transitions. It does a zoom out transition to Zeku activating a V trigger. Its focus is in center left because the camera's focused on center left. So when it translates to Zeku, when Zeku activates his V trigger, the camera zooms in for a split second. Eye is still fixated on Zeku's activation. So when Zeku finishes activating, he keeps up the momentum of the combo. But this momentum is a little bit slower. The reason why the momentum is a little bit slower is because when Nakali finishes his super, the momentum resets. This is actually anytime when a character finishes off with a super, I usually use a V trigger activation, what helps me change the momentum of the next following clips, and that is also dictated by music.
All right, now into the next set of buttons. These set of buttons that need to be checked. Don't mind that I'm dressed different. I'm actually updating the video today. Like literally as you're watching the video, I updated the video like an hour before you're watching it. I was gonna talk about a different subject, but this one kind of is pretty fresh within the FGC, and it's pretty far out there, so I was like, yeah, let's check these buttons. And of course, wanted to thank everybody real quick that tagged me in the story. I was literally just kind of checking the feed this morning. I was like, yo, let's definitely talk about this. So apparently a Japanese Tekken player, if I'm getting that right. She definitely plays Tekken though, by the name of Tanukana. Okay, so we'll start it right here. I saw her sponsor, which is Cyclops Athlete Gaming, post this saying notice of cancellation of a player or the player's contract, Tanukana, stating the time of the inappropriate remarks of Tanukana, player who belongs to Cyclops Athlete Gaming, hurt the hearts of everyone who felt uncomfortable and all the fans who support us. We deeply apologize for causing a great deal of inconvenience and concern to the sponsors and all related parties. As of February 17th, which is literally today, we will cancel the player's contract with Tanukana, player who belongs to Cyclops, of course. Inappropriate remarks and attitudes during the distribution of Tanukana's players on February 15th, I guess when the remarks were made, were not acceptable to us, and we decided to cancel the player's contract. And right about now, you're all thinking, okay, well, that's all well and good, but what did she do, right? We got to get down to the nitty gritty. What actually happened? What are the remarks that she made? Well, apparently on stream, she made a comment about short men. And no, not in a sexual way, just actual height. She was talking about height. She was like, apparently, anybody under like 170 centimeters, which I guess comes out to 5'7", apparently she said any man under 5'7" is not a man apparently and doesn't deserve human rights. Here's a clip of the stream.
165ちっちゃいね。ダメですね。170ないと正直人権ないんで、170センチない方は あ、俺って人権ないんだと思いながら生きていってください。骨延長の手術を検討してください。
Okay, that clip doesn't really help because it's in a different language and I don't know what the hell she was saying. But I saw, a lot of people in the FGC talking about this, and I saw Tanukana herself actually issue an apology right here saying, I'm very sorry to all the fans who support me on a daily basis and to all the sponsors such as Red Bull and for my selfish remarks, which cause unpleasant feelings and a great deal of inconvenience. I take it seriously, and of course this is the translation, so take it with a grain of salt. I take it seriously that my remarks during the delivery are unacceptable and that my lack of awareness has led to it. There is no excuse for disappointing you in this matter. As a professional esports player and as a member of society, I deeply regret and apologize for betraying you. All right, so let's unpack this. So apparently in the video, and I wish we had the exact translation, but I don't right now. So, obviously she has apologized, so it did happen. But apparently in the video, she basically jokingly, I guess, said that short men don't deserve human rights. And of course, people are gonna take this a bunch of different ways. I've read comments from people saying that, people people in Japan usually use this phrase, human rights. I've seen other tweets saying, no, that's not correct. So I'm not gonna even get into that debate, you know what I'm saying? But I will get into this next debate because it's an interesting perspective. Some of you might be thinking the same thing from Zorine. She's been a good friend to the show for some years now. She's a marketing manager, definitely in the esports game, player, content creator, and so on. She actually speaks out right here on the matter saying, Tanukana being canceled and dropped by her sponsors the way she has seems a bit extreme. And then others, I see like Kane Blue River kind of discuss that as well, saying, well, when you're in Japan, you're a public figure, you're held in high regard and whatnot. But then, Zorine follows it up by saying punishment doesn't fit the crime, in my opinion. Others agree. I know there's some out there that disagree as well, but the conversation keeps going. And I gotta admit, man, upon further research, like when you first hear something like this, and this is just me speaking, you know what I'm saying? This is another reason why I wish we had the full translation of the video, because I want to see the emphasis in how she said it, or if I could naturally tell she was joking or if she was serious. And let's be honest, and I want you guys to be honest with me in the comment section, even if she was serious, do you guys feel like this would be enough to quote unquote cancel somebody or for all their sponsors to drop them for a comment like this? I don't know, maybe that's an American way of thinking, of even asking that question, because we've seen so much more lately, you know what I'm saying, of people being racist and doxing people and all this like hate speech. We've seen a lot. So something like this in comparison doesn't seem as crazy, I guess, for lack of a better term, but it's definitely something to cause up people to get pissed off. Obviously, right? Because if it wasn't, we wouldn't be here right now talking about this. So that's something to think about as well. But even in thinking about all of that, I was like, okay, what if we do give her the benefit of the doubt, like Zorine's saying, and say she shouldn't have been dropped. Maybe she should have just been warned or something like that for a comment like that. But then I read other comments saying apparently she's done other or said other things in the past as well. There's other players that have possibly considered her problematic from some of the stuff she says on stream from time to time. I don't know, because I haven't verified all that. That's just stuff that I heard, but I did see this clip right here. It is from Unlucky Chloe, and I'll put their link down below, so definitely show them some love. I'm just gonna show a clip. But apparently this is one of her streams, and they translate it. Right off the bat, you can see that somebody says, your big breast is the only good thing about you. Basically, somebody's trolling her, right? She says, that's fine. So look at my boobs, you bastard. Like, she literally flips it on them.
と胸の大きさだけだないいとこ。いいやん、1個あったらそれでええやろ。なんかおっぱい見てけ、この野郎。めっちゃ綺麗。めっちゃ綺麗。ってみんなに言われるよ。いや、マジマジ、私のおっぱいマジで、言ったら AV 女優みたいな感じの、作られたおっぱいみたいなおっぱいやから。冷てないねん、これ。冷てないねん、これ。
Everybody in the comments loves her for that. They're like, yo, she's a queen, she's a goddess. Look at her sense of humor. She just flipped it, you know what I'm saying? And then literally, for like the rest of this video, I think, well, it's only like 2 minutes long. But anyway, for the rest of this video, she goes to talk about her breasts and how proud she is of them and all this other stuff. It's crazy. So just going off this video, it seemed like she had a good sense of humor about things, and she knew how to handle trolls, and people in the comment section seemed to love it all. And that's interesting as well, because this was 2020, and nobody said anything about this. But then again, I don't know if you can compare this kind of boob talk to, making fun of short people or short men. I don't know I don't even know if that makes sense. But you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is people said, you know, they've had trouble in the past with her or whatever. This is the first time, I'm gonna be real, this is the first time I'm actually hearing of her. And I was like, yo, what the hell's really going on in the Tekken scene right now? But it seems like once she made fun of short men, saying they don't deserve human rights, you know, or I shouldn't even say short men, but, you know, people under 5'7", that is, that's apparently the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm not sure who reported it or why it was the straw that broke the camel's back, but it seems like as soon as they saw that, they were like, hell no, we're not having it. So there it is, one more again. Definitely let me know how you guys feeling. Thank you for the amazing love, man. We will see y'all soon. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day. The next time I actually plan to post is gonna be Sunday. Sunday in the morning, so be sure to catch that. And definitely let me know how you guys are feeling about Tanukana. Do you feel like the punishment fits the crime, or that it's done, or that people are overreacting, or is it something we just gotta simply stay out of because it's happening over there, you know, in Japan versus here in the USA? I don't know. It seems like, you know, she apologized and whatnot, and once again, people could probably say that, well, she only apologized because, you know, she's getting quote unquote dropped, you know, by her sponsors and whatnot. But it's kind of one of those things you live and you learn. It's like we're in a new age where streamers, players and whatnot definitely have to watch literally everything you say. Some stuff is obvious, right? Like we were saying earlier, the hate speech and the racism. You shouldn't be saying that shit in the first place. But when it comes to joking, you know, some of us got dark sense of humor, some of us sexual sense of humor or whatever. And who knows? In a month or so, in a year or so, somebody could dig it up and be like, hey, remember when you said that? You're canceled. I mean, look what they're doing to Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to tell you that he's right or wrong. I'm not even getting into that debate. I'm just saying they dug up those clips from like, what was it, 15 years ago? Something like that. We were over here tripping on the whole Chris G thing, you know, when they dug up his clips from 3 years ago, you know, when he got dropped by the sponsor. Remember, that was the whole thing. I think that was back in 2020 as well. So now it just seems like there's no limitation on how far they can go back, you know what I'm saying? And you just really gotta hope. I heard of like celebrities nowadays, people that are, you know, popular on social media going back and just deleting all their shit because they don't want to get caught up in anything. It's a weird time. It's a weird time that we're living in. And once again, I'm not here to get into debate of who's wrong or who's right. I'm simply here trying to bring up some interesting perspectives on Tanukana and see what's really going on. And hers wasn't like in the past as far as this, you know, the short men joke. I believe it was fairly recent. But anyway, when it's all said and done, how do y'all feel about it? Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you soon. Love y'all forever. Peace. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
いやほんまほんま。ほんでほら乳首もな綺麗な色しとるから黒じゃないからもうサーモンピンクやからな。それはしっかり覚えていって。
The woman said her nipples are a pretty color. They're not dark. They're a salmon pink. I don't know about y'all, but I just got in the mood for some seafood. I really want some papados right about now. They got a good salmon over there, pink. And please, if you guys see this 15 years from now, don't cancel me because it's fucking 15 years from now.